trained teams we have right now in CS2.
Yeah, bringing a lot of cool ideas to the table. We saw them at their first event in Astana take it over Spirit, for crying out loud, on a stage. So excited to see what FURIA bring in today on this T side. They go fast in towards that B bomb site. Bomb makes it in. How much further? Kixon rallies off a shot. The molly blocks him, and FURIA have control.
Plant found here, and FURIA go for space. They take a bunch of room away out towards the spawn on this push. And it's big for yuurih that he doesn't go down there. You still have him now further forward, and he's got KSCERATO ready to play off of him. That's a lovely interplay between the two legacy FURIA players. Just NiKo left standing now. And not a lot of time left to get anything done, and it's a KSCERATO and yuurih pistol.
Nice.
4 kills, all 5 kills between the two of them.
Yeah, good energy to start the series, bringing a lot of pace as well to that pistol, and just knowing exactly how they want to play the post plant. No questions about it. They take all the space away so that Falcons can't even rotate out the connector. They are caught in a crossfire, caught in tunnels. Expecting a good showing from FURIA on this map, without a doubt. Falcons have got their work cut out for them for sure. A very disappointing day yesterday from players like NiKo and m0NESY, players who have to perform if Falcons are going to make it to those playoffs. NiKo currently tying for his worst Cologne rating ever. Will it get worse or will it get better?
Yeah, and he said after that rough defeat, he said, I came into Cologne feeling really good. Wasn't sure what's been going wrong, hoping it was just a bad day in the office. And so you want NiKo putting his best foot forward to open up this this series.
Well, it's not going to start now.
Wasn't the only guy catching criticism in those games. m0NESY as well never arrived, never got going. It was them two down bottom of the board for the Falcons.
Both below a 0.8 rating, both averaging 20 kills across a BO3, a winnable couple of maps, 13-9 losses against the Mongols, who are very sharp. FURIA, will they be as strong today? Definitely a team you don't want to sleep on is this FURIA roster, who not only came out the gate swinging with this new roster, but also have actually maintained, stabilized.
I mean, dude, we just took a close-up there on Molidoy. I think him in this series is going to be very interesting to look at, especially with all these questions swirling around m0NESY and kind of, not showcasing the best form thus far. Molidoy, on the flip side, has been fantastic for FURIA.
Without a doubt.
And he so often is a very, very high-impact player.
Ooh, oh, that's awkward. You can just spam through the main smoke. You're often going to see him lurking out here, causing a bit of a ruckus, getting out Pop, or getting out Olaf, rather. Denied in this rifle round. Fallen just bursts out, Kixon with no helmet, but recovering this round should be too far gone. yuurih gets put very low after his skirmish. Tess has a nice info play. Clearing out all of B, should have this kill for free. And with the bomb dropped, that's the round. Falcons hold on to the yard.
Good energy from Falcons. Also a smooth recovery for Kixan on the various high fives he was just offered. He's seeming pretty locked in. Get to switch that up mid-stance to dap up Zonic and then return to the fist bumps down the line.
It's important, armchair psychology, Harry.
Well, look, he said he felt like the communication wasn't really flowing, the ideas weren't there. But expecting it to be different today is Kixan. Just this force buy now for FURIA.
It's not great, is
One
it?
gun for yuurih, bunch of Tech 9s, loads of util.
Gonna surely see this be execute pretty soon here. No other map control, nowhere else to lurk. Can go through this smoke without a fear. Util comes down, Molotov and connector surely necessity.
They made a smoke wall to cross him with the bomb. That's cool.
It's gonna get them a plant at least. That's the start of the round, but they want more. Falcons have to communicate well in this retake.
Yeah, and you don't imagine Falcons have been put in this situation many a time before. There's those supportive flashes. You were wondering what all this util was for, and it was for those Tech 9s to push up and take space, but that's not happened. Falcons will repel that B hit.
Yeah, I actually really like the second wave for FURIA. They get that control, they get the bomb site, and then they flash through the ramp smoke to go aggressive. The issue is Falcons were actually still setting up. They weren't getting involved just yet. They were behind oil. They were rotating in, so they weren't in position to get caught by that push from FURIA.
No, and you're dead on. I think so wild there is we're giving FURIA a lot of flowers for like the gimmickiness of the cool, right? This pocket strat to get away with the plant, try and get something done on the Tech 9s. It was a great idea, but it makes the Falcons' response even more impressive that they don't lose a single player to it.
Without a doubt, they get destroyed in the post plant, and so no rebuy coming out from FURIA. One more eco as Falcons look to build economy on the CT side. Clean A nades. Importantly, one landing behind that Olaf box, knowing Yakinda with the right spawn could get into that position. Falcons know what they're up against, so it seems. m0NESY arming Nico at the back of the bomb site with more utility. Allows him to play a little bit more mobile. He supports the B bomb site. FURIA just letting these Deagles have a poke, but no incision yet.
Map's been very quiet for a long time, but that silence is broken by KSCERATO discovering Yakinda on that walk up through Ivy. So the hope of these pistols finding anything for FURIA out the window, as it's just reduced down to 2. Looking to be another clean round from the Falcons.
Running out of time here. KSCERATO with the Glock. Gotta die eventually. And Falcons will allow that. 2 flawless rounds in a row. This is going to be FURIA having to break back through a very rich Team Falcons. molodoy's AWP comes through. And as a result of no deaths, Falcons won't be buying up an AWP on m0NESY just yet, but there's one on the battleground.
First time as well seeing the Falcons take to train with this new lineup. Kyosuke's debut game on this map in the Falcons jersey, and he's topping the charts, so about all you could ask for there.
Well, he did that on Dust2 yesterday, didn't really save them.
No, but I think already some signs of promise from m0NESY, who knows there would have been eyeballs on him at the tail end of that last series.
Oh yeah, this would be a devastating tournament to fall out from if they played like they played yesterday. If they do that back-to-back days against a FURIA as well, that would be an embarrassing exit for Falcons. So the pressure absolutely is on. yuurih caught on a timing, turning from pop. 4v5 for FURIA. Flash peek Ivy is perfect. molodoy chasing this one down. They saw him here as well. They should know. He's got an AWP. Tucked in the corner is KSCERATO. Nico up top as well. Nice clear for molodoy. Does that free up his team, who are getting pressured in main by the other 3 on this A bomb site. Meanwhile, B players flanking. FURIA are in a box. They just don't know it.
I mean, KSCERATO looks like he's saving. He's fully backing up all the way into the spawn. And so a round that goes nowhere for FURIA. It ends in main. Falcons very, very punishing CT start. Not afraid to bring aggression to the table either. You with the double push out through pop in this round. That's what found them that 5v4. Yosuke there to get it. KSCERATO watching on from the spawn in this crossfire with Molodoi. They just want to save these guns. Falcons, are they going to pressure, or is this where they end their aggression? They won't try and remove them.
They could have. I mean, we got players on 10K before the buy, so definitely an option. We might see that in the follow-up round, but FURIA really got stalled out there, didn't get to play their round at all. yuurih dead early, was all the B control gone immediately for FURIA, and they could not get comfortable in main, as what we're seeing from Falcons are they cycling their smokes just on A main and fighting pop.
Nice, boy.
So FURIA, these late main attacks might be very difficult. Mollies and smokes land at the face of Molodoi. He can't get a pick off, but firing that orb on the A side is info for Falcons. Pistols round these saves. Force up for FURIA. Very difficult round yet again to break through on the T side of train. Gonna see another push.
Waiting for aggression. That's a pretty brutal nade onto KSCERATO. Brings him down to half health. Molodoi lining up flashes. Facilitate this push out from the pop dog. And here they are out in the site now, but these flashes haven't disrupted the setup from Falcons.
They're gonna
KSCERATO's made it deep. All the way in through Z, and he's going to take this space. He's going to take this timing he's on. First kill in, needed that follow-up on m0NESY. yuurih will provide. FURIA still in with this round, a 3v2. As they pull the wool over Falcons' eyes.
For a moment, that just looks like a mid-round, but that was the whole strategy to try and get that control for KSCERATO. The bomb was outside of B from the get-go. FURIA got exactly what they wanted. A very cool execute, catching Falcons by surprise. And Falcons may as well poke their head back in a 2v3. They've got the money for it. Kill's not getting given over. Bomb half gone. Running out of chances here. And one shot from Molodoi might just decide it. KSCERATO, oh, almost finds that transfer. That got scary. Out of ammo. FURIA convert on that force buy. yuurih, big 3-kill round. Coming in on that trade on m0NESY. Nice play for FURIA. Cool idea. And that's not an easy round to win if you just look at the buy that FURIA brought to the table. It's all KSCERATO creeping through the smoke that provided room on that B-bomb site.
Yeah, and I mean, this is what Falcons are going to have to contest with. FURIA have been good on this map for a long while. A lot of different looks, a lot of different ideas. Fallen's gonna not feel afraid to employ all of them. This round started off a little bit awkward. yuurih usually great at getting this space out towards main. Falling first, they try to go quickly now into a B hit. Running into Tessez, the sole defender on this side of the map. But him getting out with that first kill has meant Nico now moves over. There's this backstab coming in through pop. The net is closing on B. Molodoi and yuurih alleviate some of this pressure. But are they ready for this backstab? So fast down through the ramp. That should have been the kill. Kyosuke gonna make up for it. Molodoi dead. yuurih followed up onto, and only Fallen remains, but he's making it happen. m0NESY, 1 versus 1, and the nade will find him.
Nice, honey.
A huge pickup there, stopping Fallen. 2 out of 3 kills deep on that clutch.
Yeah, they just let him plant right below him. KSCERATO didn't even see him there, planting in plain sight, but still going to be a closer for m0NESY with a pistol whip. Those are the rounds he needs to be winning out. Very fast flank for the Falcons, even though FURIA got what they wanted yet again. This time Falcons respond quick. And FURIA answer with a timeout. 5-3 right now. I'd say this is going well for Falcons. FURIA coming through with that one cheeky force buy. But like you said, yuurih's been getting shut out. And as we've seen, multiple main smokes being used every round. Molodoi's not been given the option for opening kills on the yard. So Falcons shutting out the game plan of FURIA early in this T side. Little serve for speed there, just misses it. Peeking upper, but denied by the smoke. FURIA block B. This is sometimes how a T-side default can feel on this map, just having no space. Sure, they've got upper B halls, but pop uncleared, Ivy open, and FURIA sit back and T-spawn.
It's a good time to explore a bit of a slower round, though, for FURIA. On with how Yakindar's been getting disrupted so often. Proficient at getting away with kind of taking that main space early. KSCERATO in pop also has not been having a good time. And these are two kind of backbone pieces of this FURIA T side. And so hoping that if they slow it down, all those nades get used up, they'll have a bit of an easier time here. This is where TeSeS, though, could ruin their entire plan. 2 kills from him on the backstab. And in come the rotates, Kixan farms.
Nice!
Falcons looking very switched on.
Yeah, they're definitely playing a lot of 4 outer in this CT side, even though FURIA have done a lot of B hits, but TeSeS hitting that flank timing only affirms what Falcons already know. Dropping smokes at 28 seconds into main, really bottlenecking FURIA, and backstab with 2 kills from TeSeS before anything even happens on this yard. Worst case scenario there for FURIA.
And dude, I mean, if TeSeS can keep this up, he's coming on these flanks a couple of times now. It's just showing, you know, he has like a great read on the situation. He's the solo B player getting aggressive. KSCERATO making this round a bit interesting with the space he's taken. Nico's not aware of this. And so as he backs up here, KSCERATO could have found him. Instead, he's going to deal with Kioske. Nico trying to hold on. Gets out with a double and looks to make this clean after all. Only Yakindar left, but he has found his way onto an AWP. Hold on a second. Yakindar starts to move in. Looking for him. Oh, swing out from TeSeS, who continues to be a rock on train.
Yeah, he's been the lowest rated player of Falcons in these couple of games they've played, but showing up with impact off his frags in this one so far. 7-3 up, and FURIA's game plan has gone out the window. Despite even close rounds now, they really need just 1 or 2 more on this T side to feel like they've done a good job. Oh.
More aggression. This time he's got m0NESY backing him up, and Nico. Clean execution from m0NESY, and a follow-up shot to boot. No questions about his mileage in this game. m0NESY is providing for the Falcons. More follow-up aggression. Kioske on the push. Continues on this reign of terror through the backline of FURIA.
Oh, he's just going to keep going, finishing the job. Falcons, just another clean round, and Kyosuke, 14-6. It was Ecos earlier. Now on gun rounds, m0NESY shuts down that B play. And Falcons running over this train CT side, looking for 9. FURIA can no longer get a foot in the door. It's getting slammed shut in their face. Oof. The util has been really strong on the CT side. Can FURIA find a way through it? Kicks and dry peeking wide, sees 3 on his screen. Block comes in, they're going to go right through. Great flash, but it does catch Fallen as well. He barely makes it through into spawn. They're controlling. KSCERATO with a massive kill. Kixon at least got out. Damage has been done. FURIA aren't out of the woods yet.
Kixan, low health players in front of him, but Fallen still going to move past. One of these B pushes, this time not from Tessez, it's m0NESY out in pop. 2 players trying to clear out Ivy right now. That bomb will make it over. A big catch on KSCERATO. That's one of these low HP players felled.
Olodoy's position is so strong. Should be no way they're ready for him here.
Tessez creeps out. Is he going to check up?
He just threw a
Cursory
nade.
glance, and yeah, that nade gives up Olodoy's position. Makes it real easy for Tessez. In a team of stars, Tessez finding this much impact in these rounds is a huge X factor for the Falcons. Fallen dead. It's only Akindar left standing, and not for long. A clean finish out of the Falcons, and all their stars shining bright, looking to recover from that slow day in the office yesterday. They get off to a rip-roaring start on FURIA's pick of train.
It look like they can go on forever. And it's only the first map.
My brain feels like scrambled eggs after that marathon.
Seriously, how do you recover from this?
I don't know, man. Looks like a long run. We need a quick reset.
Hey, cheer up, boys. It's only a best of 5. Refuel yourself.
I know all them blue lights keep me up at night, follow you into the dark. I know all them blue lights keep me up at night, I'm gonna follow the spark. Paved roads to my door, I've had to leave my home before. I know we must go on. Shadows from my mind, who knows what we will find. I know we must go on. Tell me everything that goes on into your mind. Tell me everything that goes on into your mind.
Oh, that was so saucy.
So creamy.
You were talking about the clutch, right?
Yeah. You?
Yeah, I guess.
Furia's home map, they run into a brick wall, one so tall that even Yakinda the Hammer can't break through. Team Falcons with a 9-round defensive half here on train, and Furia are left back at the bus stop. Pistol or nothing, comeback's got to start now.
Yeah, no time to start slow. You got to play your best CS in this pistol round and then keep it up in the remainder of this half for Furia. This is their go-to map, one that they're highly specialized on and have a string of wins on. You wouldn't know it at the scoreline up at the top of your screen. NiKo, not a bad way to start in this pistol. A clean tap on a KSCERATO and a 5v4 delivered that goes untraded.
Double P250, very scary indeed. Furia poke main, but won't overdo it. It's Molodoi 2 in 10 with the Julies. Fallen. He saw him.
Oh, he saw him.
Nice save.
Catches that timing and a freebie onto Monacy. NiKo has a lot on his plate. 2 players fighting him out towards Ivy, and that's info only just collected now by the Falcons. Tessa is going to have to clear Molodoi on this close angle. The dualies, they walk right into it still. Kyosuke with 2. Kicksan dead. And now the whole team looks on as their new young sensation tries to clutch up. Jiggle out from the back train. He's collected info, knows where both players are. Furia! They've given him one! In with the chance! yuurih has to put a fresh mag in. They both stave off! And there's the swing to stop him in his tracks! But you can see why this guy's so electric, so terrifying. Everyone thought he was in with a chance, even Furia getting nervous and sweating as that comes down to the 1v1.
That first shot was very scary on the backside swing, but kept under wraps by Furia. A pistol they require to make their map a reality. And even then, it's only the first step in the right direction. We've got a 1 eco for Falcons before they come through with all the guns. And even then, NiKo starts strong. Another opening kill. Shouldn't be winnable. Furia are gambling. Oh no, Harry. 3 on this B bomb site. They have to be active. They have to clear this one out, you'd think. KSCERATO is in such an open position. If Falcons walk up Ivy, KSCERATO could be in a world of trouble. He's going to go clear the position. He might find what he's looking for. Or is it more than he bargained for? Finding that deagle goes a long way. Didn't see the other 3 players, though. So Falcons still have the option to trap him in this bomb site as they walk up. Here's the info to play for Fallen. It's going to allow the rotates back out from the B side. Realizing Falcons could be in A right now, they're about to be.
Gonna get here just in time, and this is all facilitated by that Fallen push. So good timing there for Furia.
Yeah. I mean, when you go back and watch that, Falcons will be kicking themselves because if they pushed
up the pace,
if they pushed any earlier in that round, they would have probably won it off position or at least got into a very viable position to win it. As Furia rotate in right as Falcons come around the corner. Doesn't matter though. 2 kills, sets up this buy.
And look, man, in a kind of rare showing, it's Molodoi really quiet in this game.
Yeah.
Never got going. Didn't really have money in that first half. Only had a handful of orbs. Felt like Furia were always strapped for cash. It's here on the CT side where he can have some very impactful rounds, but it hinges on bringing that orb out. And so you want to keep the good times rolling in if you're Furia. Especially with that last round, losing a couple of players. Not really feeling like you've made money yet. And you want Molodoi comfortable. It's going to be very rough trying to win this game with him in the sidecar.
a split being teed up right now. That bomb is still floating.
Good for KSCERATO that he doesn't fire off on the info flash. They're really trying to decipher if there's anyone in the pop. But blocking it now, FURIA. They have their own suspicions.
Yeah, you could go B here, but it's just feeling very late to do it. And FURIA have gambled for that play. 3 on the inner site. As the bomb looks towards Pop Dog, this is going to be an A split. yuurih in a strong position. Especially with KSCERATO baiting for him. Gets his opening kill.
There's the follow-up at Amonisi. Quick trade onto KSCERATO's aggression. It's now yuurih who has to deliver here. That spam, he's ducked right under it.
Bomb going B, no one there.
But this is heard by yuurih, having him further forward. Still, FURIA not able to get here in time, but that's a big tag onto Nico. Softens him up and makes this round a little bit easier. They're both trapped in as well. Very claustrophobic here for Nico and Amonisi, who get charged at in that post plant.
And not Nico's best look there. Couldn't hit a single shot on those 2 rotating players going for taps, and both players constricted in their position. Molodoy comes in alongside yuurih and closes, or Fallen, sorry. And now the option for an AWP on the CT side, this chance to bring Molodoy back into the game is an option.
And even the kind of timing on when they decide to pull it out is interesting. You could have justified, you know, running another rifle round here, knowing the money's kind of bottoming out for the Falcons. But they really want their guys switched on, and so Fallen's dropped that AWP into play. It's an AWP dropped over by the captain himself, so even though they're aware that this low econ round is coming, having Molodoy build some confidence feels more important.
Yeah, what are Falcons doing with the money here? They need to figure this one out because they have players ranging, and we've got a rifle or 2 already being bought up, but not going to get the best buy here if they do go all in. So some saving, KSCERATO buying a rifle.
Luckily enough, Falcons seem to love a spend up, so
yeah, they got money to burn. And a bomb plant will go a long way, but not a necessity to getting a rifle round in the next. So they've still got a way to win this round. But it won't be easy. yuurih, high risk play, but here's no steps towards B, knows his timings. But even putting out smoke early allows Falcons to cross to upper. So suddenly there's a lot of positions to remain aware of. It's a nice smoke exec to take back main. But Falcons are nowhere near committing from that position. Bomb going back through the halls. Double nade in the pop. KSCERATO is just getting blown to bits in these last couple of rounds. And FURIA seem to be loving this B gamble right now. When it pays off, it will be massive. But not in this round. Molodoy required to hit something here. As Falcons come in A.
Tessa's with the flashes. Push comes in, missed shot from the Molodoy AWP, and now these pistols close the gap. KSCERATO in the feed, plant found. KSCERATO will be able to get that plugged in. Costs them 1, but Monisi's dig. KSCERATO coming in with aggression. The Falcons on a breakthrough round here. It's only yuurih and the yuurih left, and their worlds apart. Time ticked off this bomb already. That 1 kill from yuurih. Wonder if that brings them back in.
yuurih was out though, so maybe never even trying, even though there's not a lot to stop this play. If you found KSCERATO back bomb site, it's a deagle, it's a scout, and FURIA walk away from the round. Wild to see Fallen coming through that con smoke, playing in front of it, getting stuck behind the pillar, and that's what offers up the gun, the plant, and the space on the A site. The B gamble for FURIA burns them.
Yeah. And dude, it hurts tenfold. Right? We were having a big discussion around the AWP heading into that round. The decision to purchase it up against low econ. They put it on Molodoi. They still have faith in him, but he just couldn't ever produce anything here with it outside of that one kill. And now that AWP finds its way into m0NESY's hands on the other side of the server.
A must-win round for FURIA, or Falcons might just run over the end of this map. This is for the money. Yukinda supports B. High flash over A. Knocks KSCERATO off his perch. Still very uncommitted, our Falcons, but AWP fires off and they know where it is. KSCERATO still getting that space, not committing. Looking to fake this B bomb site perhaps, or the bomb is coming in joining late as they work on an Ivy kill. Oh, m0NESY misses his shot. Fallen getting given a second chance at life. 50 seconds here as the bomb sits outside B.
TeSeS and m0NESY certainly keeping attention over here towards A, but the Molodoi still in the right place.
Gotta hit it.
There's his kill. Nico throwing into the AWP. KSCERATO makes it out. Not a spot that Molodoi has, and he's just got back on the angle. Yukinda, I think he's covered, but he isn't. Slipped past Molodoi. Makes it in, makes it back oil, and will get put down. Finally, third time's the charm for Molodoi.
10 seconds, you got to plant insta.
m0NESY's out, bomb pull. They got to get past this hold. Fallen with one, no immediate kill, and a last-second attempt at a change of plans there for Falcons. Sees them cut up with seconds remaining.
Man, felt like they had the option to hit that B bomb site, but yeah, the other players not ready to help out. Not ready to go down ramp. Molodoi, some misses, but hit the two he had to ensure the round on that B bomb site, sending Falcons back into the stack. This is, or these are, rounds hanging in the balance on a razor's edge. As FURIA refused to quit on this comeback. It was 9-3 down with one rifle round to their name. And Falcons just didn't want to save. Now you're seeing those comfort in the late rounds here from FURIA. Risking gambles. Molodoi remaining as mobile as ever. We're going to see him go wherever he wants. There is no position that Molodoi plays. He is omnipresent on the CT side of this map. Hot peaks, Ivy peaks, B. Falcons set a bit of a pace out A, but Nico gets hard cleared by KSCERATO. That's two CTs going in to check the position. He gets away with nothing. FURIA, know your tricks. And now forced into a B execute with no other control, limited utility. Best bet is just this smoke molly flash and try and hit the inner sight. Getting very committed are yuurih and Yukinda. Strong positions to stop the play.
Yeah, they hear the footsteps.
Oh dear.
yuurih now needs to be the man to make a difference. Only a one and done. It's Fallen to keep this in the advantage of FURIA, but he's low on health.
Gotta be m0NESY.
Open this retake for Molodoi and m0NESY. So m0NESY controls a long sight line out from oil, watching for players crossing. Gonna try and catch KSCERATO as he rounds this corner. m0NESY hits it, a blinder. And now it's only Fallen left. They lost track of him earlier, but I think the spots just come in. m0NESY and KSCERATO combine for a round for the Falcons.
22 and 12 on KSCERATO. I mean, he's had a monster game. That CT side was solid, was getting a lot of impact towards the end. And now bringing it into an impact round with a 3K. to get Falcons over the line in a desperate 4v5 B hit. But those anchors not holding their sight. Yakinda, just damage. yuurih only kills a pistol. None of that is enough to tee FURIA up for a successful retake. And Falcons get that one step closer to taking their opponent's map pick. Can Molodoi put himself in a position to find another opening kill? Many B-wood. Good grenades. yuurih barely makes it out.
This insta-cross. Kyosuke seems very suspicious about Pop.
I mean, regardless of where yuurih came from, someone could be here, right? That's the call for Falcons, whether he came from B or came from A. This position is still one you have to be cognizant of. Flash for the ramp peak.
And it actually starts to feel kind of awkward now, right? yuurih went on that B push all the way into Pop, ended up back where he started, and he's traded a bunch of health for the pleasure. So he's been on a bit of a scenic tour of train, sure. But there's nothing tangible in that trade of HP for yuurih. Bit of mid-round aggression here from FURIA. KSCERATO on the push out towards Ivy. Building a better picture for Fallen and co as to how this round is shaping up. They will get Molodoi over towards B on his AWP. Look, he's got the biggest and best gun in the round. It's been a bit of a quiet showing from Molodoi. And as they're right here, they're already up and past him.
Oh,
hello? That's so awkward.
FURIA looks so lost.
They managed to get all the way through his bomb site.
Maybe there's a lot of chatter and the comms are covering up the footsteps of players rushing him. Maybe he even thinks it's a teammate, but yeah, he's holding upper and it gets smoked. There's a lurk smoke. There's 3 players dedicated to upper, no one watching ramp, and they run all the way to connector. You'd at least expect a turn for Molodoi, a glance in the right direction.
Oh, that's so awkward, and you could see it, right? Like everyone in the site, as you say, all fixated on that one smoke, that same position. Not believing the things they're hearing, focusing on what they can see.
And that's the money broken for FURIA up against map point. This is Falcons primed and ready to take their opponent's pick. There should be nothing in the way.
And it just leaves a real bad taste in your mouth for a team that have as many reps on train as they do. A hell of a win rate on this map. A lot of success. Even able to strip this one away from Spirit towards the tail end of last season. You know, these are very rudimentary mistakes coming out from FURIA, and this is not the time to be making them.
Yeah, tournament life on the line here. FURIA trying to hold on. That's a one rifle gone to a blind shot for m0NESY. He certainly looked better today after a struggle against the Mongols. m0NESY stands tall in the server, looking to make the lower bracket run. A third is fed to him.
And m0NESY has just secured the victory for them right there. There's nothing left in this round for FURIA. Sure, the map hasn't ended yet, but it is as good as done. Falcons, full control. And after m0NESY, as you say, yesterday left us so underwhelmed, and he's the guy who felt like if he gave 50% more in that matchup, it would have been a very different story. It was Nico quiet there alongside him. And with m0NESY hitting hard, Kyosuke keeping up his strong debut in the Falcons jersey. They swallow up FURIA on their home map of train, and they don't even break a sweat. It's a clean finish from the Falcons. And as we ready for Mirage up next, they're just a map away. Kyosuke can continue to deliver, and he's never really been much of a question. I don't know, it's going to be very, very tough to stop this Falcons, especially now with the ease of their pick coming up. FURIA and a failure of some fundamentals back on their home map of Train have to come into Mirage playing their best, and it's aggression from the get-go. They're trying to be informed in this pistol round. Felt like back on Train there was many a time they were caught flying blind. So hoping they get ahead of it there with that flash play into ramp. They didn't see anyone from Falcons. But it's a very slow-burning pistol round for this T-side.
Yeah, not even window broken. Patrolling the back lines of the map. But this is the contact. yuurih can't afford to let Ikinda die for free on this palace position. There's Tessa's coming out from above. Angle taken and shot missed. Ikinda running out of room. He's going to get overwhelmed on this bomb site. yuurih turns around with a double. Maybe there's more. Maybe there's trouble. 3 kills. yuurih up for the ace right now. Julie's in the pocket. And Falcons, nothing but Nico in a 1v3. Bombing the site. yuurih with the cross. And Nico desperately hunting, searching, praying for a kill. FURIA give him nothing.
Waiting for that first bit of contact. Nico getting stressed as nothing has come his way. There's the spot on yuurih. Gonna go looking for this fight. Oh, he will deny the ace. A bit more from Nico. Thank goodness Fallen is there to keep it in check, and yuurih's 4K is not in vain.
Ooh, big sigh of relief there, but sick round out of yuurih nonetheless. Puts them all down on that ramp push. Fell off the balcony for this. Well worth it, even though Ikinda dies. It's the round-winning play, abandoning his teammate after that goosh. Can FURIA return to form? Little B-pop, missed the util there.
Oh, Fallen caught by the flashes.
Oh no.
KSCERATO dead as well. The Tech 9s have broken through. Armed now, and that AK never even having to fire off. That's going to trigger an immediate save call from FURIA.
It's the right call.
Very awkward there. It was Fallen who stood to kind of be in the position to stop that, jumping up on the van. He hesitated midway through his climb up, and that extra second left him full blind at the m0NESY flash. Falcons very, very happy with how this round panned out. They even bought that hero gun. And it didn't even have to get involved. Tessez and Kixad provide the opening kills in that spillover. Falcons competitive from the get-go. Zonic likes what he sees.
Yeah, it's a worst round to lose on the CT side. The benefit is you save 3 rifles, so you can absolutely compete and still flip this back on its head, but just a round getting ripped away from you like that with 2 crisp entries off of a nice flash. Simple as that. FURIA try again. Just to execute, punishing Fallen on this B-bomb site.
Look, Fallen no longer at the tail end of a bad timing, has been allowed to back up and pick his fight here. That hasn't helped him at all. Tessez, double opener.
That mid-site flash was nasty work from Kixon. Well, it's Tessez's hard clear. KSCERATO at the pillar. And this B-site already proving to be a bit of a weakness. The 2 worst weapons on that site. So it's a really good call if you consider that unless FURIA make a crazy gamble, the rifles they saved, they have to save again. It's the MP9, it's the pistol the Falcons run into, and they remove it twice over. How many times will Falcons overwhelm this B-bomb site? That's a question for Fallen to answer. Furia in a very tricky position.
We'll still have enough to make this round threatening. Do FURIA. But that's a fact that Falcons are aware of. Anticipating another one of these B hits of FURIA, so they've bought one of these rifles around yuurih. After his 4K in the pistol, there's a spare piece over in that B site if needed. Yasuke gonna open up the round onto Yakindar, and that is one of the rifles removed back in connector.
They just walk it back to B, don't they? Clear out under. Now Furia paranoid of middle. They are 3 strong here with this boost up, but still, Fallen's got a P2K for crying out loud. KSCERATO is on a USP. So overwhelming on this B site is the name of the game, and the game is going great here for Falcons. Can yuurih change that? Nice double up. Fallen, default pistol headshot kill through smoke, and yuurih's got a 3rd. He's on one today. Multi-kill again for yuurih leaves m0NESY in an impossible round. You felt like that was the perfect move. m0NESY, a moment from death. Molodoi makes it so. Furia's with the stack. Get it done with less.
Can't doubt the mileage that yuurih's brought to the table in this game. 4 kills in the pistol. Lovely little sequence there on the hero rifle as well. yuurih standing and delivering for FURIA. Keeps them in the start of Mirage.
It's such a bad fight from the apartments as well. You have to be crouched to see it. Look at the leg shots he's getting in.
It's wild that so many Falcons players tried their hand at that engagement. Oh, m0NESY didn't click.
No, someone missed the window as well. That's not ideal. Unless it was part of the plan to set m0NESY up for that entry kill, but... Oh, it doesn't look pretty, does it? Bad to worse.
Tessez walking up. Won't find a thing either. And all across the map, all the success has belonged to Yakindar.
To be honest, I think they did miss that window smoke on purpose just to give m0NESY that fight. Like you said, didn't click when they needed the smoke. And so it's all gone a little bit wrong here, hasn't it? Nico 1v5 out ramp. Yakindar looking for his 4th, and Nico not going to clear this corner, or unless... But it's too little, it's too late. It's 5 alive for FURIA, trading rounds now.
Each round getting cleaner too, right? Starting to build up a nice cushion. Our FURIA, no danger of having this money broken. With Yakindar now joining the fray as well, being that bit of assistance for yuurih, who's kept them in the start of this game. It's promising. Money now broken from the Falcons, and it might just be another one of these B hits. They've got 1 deagle on Tessez. I mean, every time they've gone B, it's been Tessez to get the openers.
Sure.
Now, am I expecting him to double deag entry? I don't know.
Well, who closes, I guess? With Glocks, you need guns. And Tessez read that jump spot well, but only a body shot. Fallen got to be very cautious here.
Oh, that's a really awkward miss.
It's only Glocks. I shouldn't even be thinking about this happening, and so I'm going to stop. And Falcons walk it away. Yakindar, great position. He has all of middle. Did they see him? Nico aware. Yeah, he must have. Look at this. You don't just hold this.
Did they see a line of 5 people all staring? Ooh, they know that Yakindar's here. They'll get their one. That's an AK retrieved. Collateral downrange, though. m0NESY looking worse for wear. Nico not looking much better. Just looking to force some reinvestment out of FURIA. Stop this money from spiraling out of control. Time's running out, though. They've got to get a move on, and there is the killing blow from FURIA. Only that one death fielded. Yukindar on his top mid push.
All right, FURIA playing solid right now when you consider the abuse of this B-bomb site. They answered it early in the half, maybe stopping Falcons from going back to it anytime soon. Probably going to see a more default round. KSCERATO probably coming from under. Some mid-control here. Yeah, and even FURIA will meet them in the middle. Yukindar coming top mid very fast. Nice hold for m0NESY. Flicks up to find Molotov. He was AWPing off the boost. Yukindar needs this. He finds it. There's that under control. Trapping Yukindar in mid. Beating the Molotov. KSCERATO coming for the kills.
Got KSCERATO trapped. KSCERATO doubles up. It's him and m0NESY. That duo that helps secure train for the Falcons. Finding its footing here in the return to rifles on Mirage. This duo kind of a modern day Simple and Prime tabs.
Which one's that? Need to tell me. Cursed duo.
It is wild. It is wild. I love that word. yuurih, 1 kill. The only man at this side of the map. He's done a lot of heavy lifting in these rounds already for FURIA, has yuurih. And they're asking it of him again. Once more, he delivers a multi-kill. Is that enough to get Fallen interested?
Absolutely.
Slipping on in through the spawn. Fallen tries to close the gap. He's on the AWP. In this clutch, Fallen gets his weapon of choice back. Moves around and has Molotov looking on, so he wants to impress him here. First shot lands from Fallen. Tessez on the fullback, trying to play around this bomb. Down in connector. There's the tap. You hope that brings the swing. Fallen waiting for it. Nothing given yet. And there's that late contact from Tessez. Fallen clutch denied, and Falcons get on the board.
Oh, a scary clutch for Fallen. Doesn't know where to look. And Tessez just late wide swing, hits the headshot. That's all that matters here for Falcons. They get it over the line. 2 on 4. Nice try for FURIA. Fallen catching m0NESY completely by surprise, but no util to really make that round winnable. m0NESY's all back for a pick on ramp. Will yuurih give it over? Gonna have to fully wide swing to be opened up in this round. But this is an A split. yuurih's curiosity could be punished.
It's hard too, because it's like you want yuurih playing into these late rounds with how much he's kind of feeling himself here on Mirage. On the flip side, though, you don't want him kind of locked in these clutch situations. He wants to try and carry some impact early. And he'll have to figure out how to toe that line in defensive A. Because already Falcons are putting resources here, trying to lock down some of these early options for aggression. They've been waiting for a swing over the stairs. yuurih will get out unscathed. Still, m0NESY bests his AWP counterpart in the head-to-head. Nico on that smoke spam knocks out Yukindar.
I don't even know about the lurker. If FURIA try to pull back, they might get punished. And the round is already won. Falcons starting to dawn upon them. KSCERATO doesn't even commit out under. He walks all the way back to B to stop the save. FURIA really need these guns. They might have them.
Yeah, KSCERATO is trying to hunt, and he has just dodged yuurih, but will he get around this corner in time? Yes, Fallen, save denied, and even though that trade is instantaneous from yuurih, knocking one gun out has its value, going to force reinvestment here. The buy still comes in for FURIA, but you've made it costly.
Dropping guns is fine. Orb's still alive, hit for FURIA. But while Molodoy's had some incredible maps in the FURIA jersey, today, facing elimination, he's coming in a little bit cold.
He has, and you're seeing signs of frustration, right? Usually, Molodoy having no kind of individual problems, finding success, he's all smiles and looks very, very driven. But here you're seeing a lot of telltale signs of frustration for Molodoy, head in his hands. At the end of a few of these rounds now, maybe even in this one when m0NESY finds him on that swing out through ramp. His usual tricks aren't working. Gonna bring the AWP out again. Molodoy never lets a swing and a miss define his play style.
True.
He's never gonna quieten up on you. He'll always make the same moves, but you want him to start finding some success from this.
Fires his AWP window, already rotates B. This has been the site that Falcons started abusing. They're looking for more default rounds now, clearing mid again from under, slow and steady. Kixon's out behind the boxes too. FURIA have to be very cautious in middle. They've been getting isolated by good utility. The kicks and flashbangs have been clutch in this T side. Ooh. Potential. Boost up to find KSCERATO, and KSCERATO's got it. Despite the HEs landing on Falcons, they sit 5-on-4. And Kinder really tried to force the trade, and Kixon disallows it. The round opening up here, the bomb going back to B.
Oh, executed. Molodoy dead, and this defense split in half. yuurih once more trying to be the difference maker.
Careful.
I mean, you've got to admire his grit, the determination in these rounds. yuurih never letting up, but that bomb sees him and it leaves. Gonna link back up with KSCERATO over towards that A-bomb site.
They even have B now. If anything, you'd be more paranoid about positions like Ramp and Palace. That's where Fallen's flanked from, but gets lost in middle. And so Falcons mid-round provide the escape route out under. KSCERATO finding that pickup cat. And Falcons will win this one out. Unless Fallen 1v4 ninja diffuses back through connector, which hilariously is possible.
He actually could right now.
But he doesn't know that, so take the kill.
Don't know how much you wish. I wish I could yell over the side right now. Fallen! Shift A for it, man!
Shift A!
They're all B! But obviously, can't do that.
Yeah, you know, wouldn't hear us either.
Will have to hold on to this gun.
All right, Falcons warming into this T side now, looking very strong after all. Nico still not exactly showing up today, but it's been helped out by the m0NESY performance on the AWP, especially across train. The new rifle addition for Falcons finding his impact on this T side. Mirage, far more comfortable map. And FURIA scraping the bottom of the barrel. They won't find an AWP down there.
Mid stance from FURIA, spotted by Kixan on the cross. He just wanted the info. Bit of an intelligence gathering mission, and m0NESY, as a result, is that much better directed when he comes out through mid to take these fights. They do pay the price of a new prodigy player fed to FURIA to open up this round, but it's still this 4v2 delivered. Or 4v3 rather. Bomb picked up. Falcons, with a lot of room all over the map here, have ample time to pick their bomb site.
Yeah, and they've picked right. Another gamble on the B bomb site for FURIA. You can barely blame them, but Falcons just going for the contact A. And this will likely leave FURIA saving yet again. Too far out of position. Molodoi could consider. But he's got a lot on his plate right now. Just finally start to re-clear middle here for FURIA, getting some information. That will convince them on this A hit, so they could give it a go if they want. Molodoi moving in off of Spawn, trying to be the hero, trying to win this round alone.
Yeah, there's also the slink up through connector out of Fallen. Trying to peel some attention away from the Spawn side and maybe give a bit more room to Molodoi, but this is like a half in, half out for FURIA, and they will decide eventually just to go and save. Do all that posturing, see if Falcons throw a kill away in that post plant. And when that doesn't happen, they arrive at this conclusion that holding on to these guns is the only path forward. I mean, you are starting to feel a little bad for yuurih, who's been left on the tail end of the last few of these rounds now. And with the game he's having, he's looking really, really switched on. You're never quite willing to write off yuurih with the game he's having. But if he's getting dodged altogether, gonna struggle to find impact from this strong performance.
And you feel like Falcons have already done their bare minimum on this T side. Anything else is just a bonus. It could get better if they break the money here. And round number 11.
This whole fight between these two squads is this battle for survival, right? Like, you win this, you still have to play. The playoffs are still a best of 3 away. And you don't want to feel like when the only thing on the line is going home, your tournament run ending, you had a failure to launch on a number of players here, right? KSCERATO with a very, very slow start. You're expecting he can try and turn it around sometime soon. It feels like he has to if FURIA want to win this. But him and yuurih have been getting bullied in some of these mid pushes. Molodoi never really got going on map 1. That feels like it's followed him here onto the second map. Outside of yuurih, there's not a lot to be excited about here for FURIA. And I mean, look at this. Falcons, just a contact play out through the apartments. There is a trade available, and Molodoi's actually tipped the scales. What Falcons thought was a golden window of opportunity has actually given the bomb and the man advantage to FURIA.
Yeah, no one was ready to go off of that player. I feel like that's just like Nico calling a feeling, like, I have room, let's take it. Him and Tessus walk out, they grab 1 kill, but there was still a triple B hold for FURIA, so they're able to maintain. Really awkward way to throw away your advantage. yuurih stops that flank through window, and so saving this bomb is not happening here for the Falcons. FURIA looking to light up at the end of this half. Kicks in 1v4, goes no further, so FURIA have been given a chance.
I think that round there shows, you know, within this Falcons squad, they do have a lot of demanding players, guys who like to make their plays take space. Because as you say, it felt like that was Nico right at the front, feeling that he had the gap, feeling that he had the timing. And in older iterations of this squad, he might have had a bigger support system there ready to react off of him. But because you know, you still have this presence over towards mid. You have m0NESY roaming on the AWP.
I think the play's good.
KSCERATO down towards lower, trying to come in on that window boost. You know, resources are elsewhere. No one was ready to react, as you say.
The play's good, but just no bomb. Just leave the bomb, but obviously it would make noise dropping it back in apartments. So, yeah, you can't have your cake and eat it too. KSCERATO does. Finds his opener in middle. Aggression in the B apartments from Fallen pays off. 4 on 4. Consmoke loses info here for Furia. They try and desperately ascertain what's going on. Again, this window boost. And again, the same position, holding it. Will KSCERATO learn from the last round? Kixon goes back to clear Fallen. And that again opens up this B-bomb site, tantalizing as ever for the Falcons. KSCERATO hears these rotations as well. He's heard at least one player ready to activate. Falcons, this is no bomb commitment. They're just trying to bait players over for the window player.
Kixan gonna give his life away to sell this B play.
Still no one's moving.
But there's not a budge, yeah. That bomb's slowly making its way in through lower to link up with the rest over here in middle.
And so yuurih, you said they weren't coming to him. Well, now he's going to get his prime position to win a 1v3 essentially on this site. Molodoi saves this round as well, finding that window rotation. This is yuurih's to close at the end of the half.
And as you say, he's in the power position, pushing into Palace like this. It frees up extra players to rotate. It puts him in a very powerful position now to keep pressure on, play around this bomb plant. And maybe added a bit of risk into this by going early, but still, it keeps that pressure there. You've been waiting for a Nico and m0NESY 2vx. Well, Nico's kept them in with a chance in this round. Can m0NESY go on to close? It's two struggling star pieces for FURIA left in this. Molodoi on the wrap back round through spawn with the AWP is separated from KSCERATO, who plays his hand out through the connector. m0NESY mollied wide and ready for this next fight. KSCERATO's got to start making up time, making up distance. m0NESY missed shot, but there's no time left in this for KSCERATO. Hopping on that bomb, but it's all in vain. Falcons on to 7. In this battle for survival at Cologne, the Falcons have an edge. 7-5 up here on their map pick, moving into the CT half. Finished off with a kind of awkward 1v2 for m0NESY, but he does stick the landing, wasting enough time from FURIA, who, outside of yuurih, have had a bit of a failure to launch here on a couple of key individuals. It's in this second and potentially last half that the names of KSCERATO, Molodoi, and yuurih have to offer a little bit more.
And to think that half could have been even better without those couple of hit and misses at B for the Falcons. They're going to try and sweeten the deal with a pistol. Pop flash for the Julies. TeSeS here up close, and we know how good these guns have been. We've seen it already this map. Double entry as FURIA try to flood out. They're still going to commit into their demise. Death is round the corner. TeSeS delivers 3. And there's no saving this pistol for yuurih. 8-5. Falcons looking to survive.
Another high impact TeSeS round too. Might not always be like top in the charts in these games, but you can't argue with the impact this guy offers up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, getting Delta B rush. There's 2 players far ahead of the rest of the pack, and he deals with both of them. It's the decision to go back down and track this fight that I found really impressive. Knows that KSCERATO could have got that trade, would have felt tempting to keep focusing into the apartments, but he chased down the lone KSCERATO, and you saw how awkward the spacing was on the remaining 3. There was a world where FURIA could have gone back and tried to play that 3v5.
This is a TeSeS who's been moved to the B apartments on the CT side of this map over Kixen, right? It's not exactly a high-impact position, but when you are asked to perform, you have to. You can't go down with nothing in that site.
I mean, we've been joking a lot about getting yours, but that is a site where it's very important to get yours.
And then some. Falcons feeling good right now. And only 4 rounds away from another day of play. And that's all it is, Harry. There's no progression. There's no playoffs yet. There's only elimination hanging over this series. FURIA feeling that now.
Yeah, and with FURIA, the one closest to receiving that, this would feel like a disappointing start to their season with the leaps and bounds that this squad made after the move to go international, the signing of Molodoi and yuurih. It felt like they were getting a lot more mileage out of yuurih, a player whose stock dropped after his time in Liquid.
Especially when FURIA have had good games at this tournament already. They smashed Astralis, eliminating them. And maybe you felt after watching Falcons v Mongols that FURIA would have a chance, a good shot at taking this series today. A wounded Falcons, a underwhelming Nico and m0NESY performance. Well, m0NESY showed up today.
Yeah, I think as well, just the kind of expectation for FURIA is growing as a result of their results getting better, right? They've made it to playoffs in Astana, they made it to playoffs at the Major. You had expectations around this FURIA squad. Now that's a nice pickup for yuurih in this first rifle round.
They needed that.
5v4 on the smoke break in Con.
Decisive call to reset, get that bomb back to a site and play under later for yuurih. He can come up connector anytime he pleases. The rest of FURIA go back to hit B. TeSeS in this new position. m0NESY floating around. Uncertainty here as Falcons will realize now. Flashes start to land. TeSeS alone. His teammate's been cut down. He's hiding out behind the bench, trying to buy a few more seconds as they get delayed from the Molotov. Good wallbang for KSCERATO. That's opened up and maybe even closed this round. As the A players have to surrender. FURIA onto 6.
Not a fight he has to take by any metric, but Yusuke will take it. On his way to this save.
I mean, that was a must-win round, right?
Yeah, it's a huge step in the right direction. It's the first of many challenges on this T side, but they've overcome it. They have another rifle round to break through now.
Go, Mare!
I want to do the same thing. Do we have...
Can Yekindar wants to do the same thing. Ooh.
They called it, but
Nice though. Yeah.
couldn't hit it.
Frustration. Then remembers to relay the info and then back to frustration. 3 rounds in this game. Timeout called in for the Falcons. Their first use this late in the game.
They're not safe yet. They're definitely not safe. You win that gun round and suddenly you're really close to closing this game out. But now FURIA have been given the opportunity. And so Falcons noticing that, respecting that, and going all in. m0NESY's AWP back in his hands. Molodoi not the same.
Crazy to think about, but that one extra kill right at the end did come back to matter as well. It's because KSCERATO got that 1 kill, he can drop the AWP to m0NESY. So there's an AWP in play in this round on the back of it.
Good catch.
One frag that might not have felt consequential, but maybe it is. m0NESY takes a deep line through the apartments on his AWP. We'll bear that in mind as him and KSCERATO are locked in a bit of a standoff on that half of the map.
KSCERATO ain't budging though, I'll tell you that much. He's in no hurry right now. Let his team work middle. Yekindar back to connector, looking for that entry to Nico yet again.
The thing that's nice for the Falcons, though, is having the AWP on that line frees up everyone else to play exactly how they want, right? You can leave m0NESY at B like a railgun. The other 4 group on A. We heard that Yekindar wanted to go back to this con control. And maybe with good reason. Double kill on the opener. Yekindar cracks open the A play. They even got the spot on this 4th player. This is the fully stacked A bomb site, and it gets dismantled with ease. FURIA.
Oh.
And a very clean round.
Yeah, and KSCERATO shoots m0NESY in the back of the head. I said he wouldn't move. As soon as m0NESY starts to rotate out, that's when the backstab comes in. No AWP save, nothing to show for it for Falcons. That's a crazy round out of nowhere for Yekindar.
Dude, thing that feels even worse for Falcons there is they get the exact play they were hoping for, right? They wanted an A-Rap, they wanted this A-split, they gave up the mid-control to kind of lure FURIA in to that stack. And they get 1 kill from it. 4 for 1 on Yekindar is fantastic.
Yeah, not a bad trade. And now onto pistols, and we said, hey, that 1 gun round's opened up this game for FURIA. Well, now look what it's done. They've seized the opportunity. This should be easy. Just a bunch of pistols. Even Fallen recognizes. They're about to run at him with a flash. He gets out, and his team just pepper with bullets. Falcons black and bruised.
I mean, look, it's come very, very late in the day, but this reactivation from Yekindar, Molodoi with a bit of a stat pad round as well. yuurih finally has his support system. Up until now, it's been this guy keeping FURIA in the game.
Absolutely not too late, is it? FURIA, decisive mid-control in these T-side rounds. Do Falcons have an answer to it?
They're going to have to operate without the m0NESY AWP. 5 rifles here for Falcons. And a change in how they approach this CT side. This time it's more about fighting for middle early. They're set up with 3 players there ready to bounce off of one another.
Tessa's got that info. So he's ready to drop off and re-smoke this B bomb site, one that FURIA are just posturing towards, keeping attention as they get up catwalk. m0NESY forces that kill, and there's no trade. Bomb is all the way back in middle. Molodoi decides not to commit. Yekindar loses his life, and now FURIA thrust into a difficult 4v5. They've got the util, and they've got the time. Got to group up and hit this B bomb site, it looks like.
I mean, FURIA have to be well versed in how to play these 4v5s. It is the double-edged sword of Yakinda. Sometimes it's so good, sometimes he gives up that opening fight. But you wouldn't want him to change how he's playing, so here's this follow-through into B. And if KSCERATO can provide a get-out clause like this, there's still legs on this game for FURIA. Another from KSCERATO. NiKo moves in, his teammates' corpses are littered around him. And tries to make a play, but only ends up feeding the beast that is KSCERATO in B. 4 kills on his way to the ace. Follow-up nade damage, and there's yuurih to close. He's getting a lot of support for that round. KSCERATO has kept FURIA in this. You've been waiting all series for him to have his round. And here it is.
And it couldn't have come at a more opportune time in a 4v5 when they had no map control, just walking in B, and he finds all 4 entry kills. That crucial one onto the backside player here, when Kyosuke had 1v1s available, low players, and KSCERATO just locks them all out. FURIA now favored in this map out of nowhere. Just pistols here for Falcons. One will connect. But Yakinda dead again. It didn't stop them last time. Why should it stop them again? Back turned, ahead of the fire. Fallen traded.
Oh, God.
Why is this getting weird? 4 on 2.
On this come down of elation from the 4K out of KSCERATO in the round prior, that felt like the one that brought them back into the game. But now they've been tested again. A 2v4 required up against the Deagles. It's KSCERATO and yuurih. FURIA's legacy names. A long history playing together.
I mean, this is an interesting round now because they're re-clearing B. The gamble is an interesting call because it's going to leave them out completely. The issue is FURIA don't know this is happening, so they're going to be very scared of all these deep A positions. They've got to clear something. Take that spawn first. Put a smoke down. Plant. That's the warning to Falcons. And with them aggressing off catwalk, there's AKs to grab. Falcons will be armed. Falcons will be dangerous. But they still have time to contend with. Are FURIA going to... No, they won't walk around the world.
3 AKs dropped in middle. 3 players have armor for Falcons.
No kit. Here's that plant.
Gonna have to move swiftly here. Wanna see.
Yeah.
Falls first at the hands of KSCERATO. They see him getting aggressive out towards the spawn side. They still don't know where yuurih's gotten to.
This one's for Blitz.
Creeping up closer, Falcons, but no one from FURIA moves a muscle. They're not feeling stress in this post plant. KSCERATO on this line, convincing double up, and a 2v4 landing stuck if they can just get past the prodigy on Falcons. KSCERATO back-to-back 4Ks, and FURIA now in pole position.
Could not have come at a better time to show up in this series. FURIA were wiped on their map pick. 9 games played, 8 of them won on train. We felt like this series was done as soon as they lost it. They were in the hole on the half. They lost the pistol. And FURIA have come through with a late game activation. 5 rounds in a row, 2 delivered by KSCERATO. The staying power of FURIA as they fight into a 3rd map.
And dude, this just goes to show you like how clear and present KSCERATO's absence was on these other maps. He had 7 kills 2 rounds ago. Now he's second top of his team, catching up with yuurih. This hulking individual effort has moved FURIA into the lead, saving them not once, but twice.
And it's late games like this where, again, we need a NiKo round if Falcons are going to do something. He's 8-13. He's been irrelevant this series and the last against the Mongols, and he's playing such an important swing position on the CT side of Mirage. A very active position, one where he can call for support, call for resources. FURIA faking things out right now, trying to make Falcons panic. Odyssey trying to clip the head, can't get a clean kill. Looks like a fake, and so Falcons believe it for what it is. This bomb is still back in spawn. Yakinda coming out under. The room bought for him off the back of that A execute. Molodoy's patience almost paying
off. Oh my god. Okay, Nico. You know how lucky you are to not have fallen there. An opening the Falcons do not want to give away. I've got KSCERATO up on this boost. Tries his hand at the spam, but they make it past him. And he's got to abandon that position.
Oh, m0NESY rotating out. He might be there in time. They're trying to get this B split going right now. It's only yuurih in the apartments. They flood out short. TeSeS missed shots, getting wallbanged out. Needs to just take a kill. He can't do it clean. Up close, KSCERATO traded m0NESY in time.
Makes it over on the AWP. Tries to take that line. Molodoy gonna best him.
Unreal.
yuurih late lurk gets one more. And it's only KSCERATO. 5 kills to his name. One right in front of him here, and he can't find it.
yuurih lurk comes up clutch and shuts out any chance of that coming back. But we all know the kill of the round is Molodoy onto m0NESY, getting wallbanged. He finds that clean shot. He opens up a bomb plant. And FURIA with the chance to go to 3.
Amanda, I just think about how, if you're falling for the side of FURIA, how many more options are opening up now that his individuals are active in the server? Molodoy feeling far safer on this AWP. As you said, that was very much the swing kill of this round. yuurih active, whether it's entry and creating space in these A plays or left to his own devices to come in on these punishing lurks. There's so much more flowing for FURIA.
Even just for the frustration angle when yuurih's getting that kill, because sure, if his team will die on B, he's looking like he's lurking for nothing, but the fact that Nico doesn't even play the round, he gets stuck on that A site after the util. How does he die? He dies when the round's already lost, maybe pre-save in the window to a lurker. It's so frustrating. It keeps you down. It keeps you out of the game. 8-14 on Nico. One of his worst Colognes ever. Is that going to change? Can Falcons reignite? Forcing the fight back up middle here. Nico initiates. How many times have we seen FURIA win this round? 4v5 in a bye. It was those 2 KSCERATO 4Ks in 4v5s. And sometimes even worse. Molodoy, that's not a great shot. Nico is doubled up out of nowhere.
That's the second time Molodoy's failed to connect onto Nico, given chances. Last time it didn't come to matter. This time it does. KSCERATO dead.
No.
KSCERATO pulling another back, and they know that Nico went aggressive. m0NESY's not going to be able to help him, not yet anyhow. Playing through the smoke now, m0NESY! Fantastic trade work, picks his moment to perfection. Could have came through a long time earlier. Waits till Nico's got the contact.
Nico's had enough, right? He's done with sitting back in the connector. He's done with floating. Forces his opening kills, gets 3 in the round. Right when it feels like he's out of the game.
Might actually have a game on our hands here all of a sudden, right? We have a level up there from m0NESY and Nico. That duo giving around to the Falcons, giving them hope as this game rages on. Money might be the deciding factor.
Ooh.
Both teams reaching a point where it can start to get called into question, and this late in the game, that could be a disaster, but the pressure does fall more so on the Falcons.
Didn't clear it, but you feel like maybe he calmed that KSCERATO could be in the kitchen there. You would expect him to be nearby B. KSCERATO's on a big flank.
And he's trying to make a round-winning play right here. KSCERATO with the backstab, makes noise, needs these both cleanly, and only gets out with 1.
Better than nothing, but still not the best.
He went for the play to win the round. That could have been it. He had all the timing. 3 players on his screen ready to deal with. But unable to find more than just a 1-for-1.
Nico, very risky mid-repeak as well with the flash, but he sees Fallen there with the AWP. It's information. It's a warning for Falcons not to repeak. As the mid-execute comes in, Fallen's going to get a little bit left to the wayside here. He's going to have to come through one of these smokes. Bomb on ramp, denied by KSCERATO. He's got 6 kills, but that one really matters It stalls Furia out with 30 seconds. They've got to pick up the
Even
package.
going back to get this bomb now, right? Like Fallen instantly, knife pulled, starts this long journey back into T-spawn.
I don't know if this one's got legs on it, Harry.
20 seconds left as they arrive at this bomb, and even then, they don't know whether or not KSCERATO is still playing aggressive here. I don't think you can even try this if you're Furia. It's out of your hands. You don't even control your own fate here. KSCERATO robbed it from you and forced you into this save.
Disastrous. Great reset for KSCERATO. He doesn't overcommit. Knows the time is so low. Furia, I'm going to take that bomb back to B. So it's an even game now. Elimination looming for Furia, or a third map. That missed opportunity on the flank doesn't come to cost Falcons. And here we go. Kinde's had a few of these.
As is often the case, trying to go about getting this mid control for Furia. And he gets disrupted. Once more, Fallen has been given a 4v5 to have to try and cool from. No space for that loss of a player out in mid.
Kinder's 3 and 8 on these opening duels. Don't get me wrong, he's had a couple of high impact rounds, but more often than not has been the source of an opening kill for the Falcons. Furia keep it simple and just set up for an execute. This is an empty bomb site. We're looking at a retake.
No needs to break these smokes either. And so no trickery through them outside of this spam. Trying to connect from m0NESY.
Oh, God.
It'll come back the other way in spades, though. And even though Fallen and KSCERATO both get tagged up, they do the same. On to Kyosuke.
Furia in a great position here.
They've been allowed to get set up around this bomb too. The AWP watching on from afar. Molodoy with a tag brings another player low. They just have such strong post plants. What are Falcons supposed to do? The pressure's there to just hop on this bomb and stick it. KSCERATO will have something to say about that. Playing out from the sandwich, he's run out of ammo. The shots only just connect in time. Defuse grabbed, but there isn't time for this. Furia, map point, a lifeline given in the chaos of that post plant.
How many rounds will they win these 4v5s? Falcons just can't close it out. They get given the perfect opportunity. 5v4, everybody grouped. Retake on the A site. They get spammed through the smoke. They get slowed by Molotovs, and they get pushed off that defuse. Furia win it yet again when they have no right to. Another missed opportunity for the Falcons. All the kills to Kyosuke, none of the glory. Furia sit on map point, looking to take us to Dust2 to prolong a series that felt done at the half. And they go back to what worked. A execute. Looking to leave Falcons red in the face.
They're going into the stack.
4v5.
KSCERATO once more, an opening onto Yakindar. But Furia, as is often the case, find a way. They'll break through this stack in at the A site. They have the advantage with the bomb plant coming in. m0NESY dead on the rotate out through connector. And Furia at a 9-5 scoreline. They were lagging behind coming into this second half. They managed to course correct and turn it all around. yuurih kept them in it long enough for KSCERATO and Molodoy to get online. Furia still have fight left in them. Confirmed who they would be going on to face. G2 bested 3D Max earlier on, convincingly 2-0 with Hunter, Nico's cousin and former teammate, newly in the captain's chair, topping the charts. An exciting match on the horizon if Falcons were able to close here. Let's start talking a little bit about Furia, who completed that comeback, the turnaround on Mirage at the 11th hour to steal that one away and keep this series going.
Would be a hell of a lower bracket run for FURIA to face the team that put them here in the first place, but they've got to get through Falcons in a third map. KSCERATO tucked in a car, Kixon falls first, and KSCERATO's got to do it alone, but he's just doing everything right now. 4 shots with the USP connect to the head of FURIA. And this new piece of the Falcons team puts his roster on his back and looks to drag them all the way. He played incredibly well against the Mongols on Dust2, and none of that mattered when Falcons still fell short. KSCERATO 1v4.
He only has 2 players to fight in front of him. KSCERATO is completely backed up into CT, watching for an eventual wrap out through middle. That does leave him away from his team, who have a second smoke available to block the tunnels here. This won't be easy for KSCERATO, and if he keeps waiting, might just have to play through these smokes.
Hunting for a 1v1, but just information to be grabbed here from the window. Falcons set up with 25 seconds. This could be the ace. KSCERATO on Dust2 denies them all.
And there it is, a statement opening from Falcons' new prodigy. An ace in map 3, elimination on the line, a high-pressure game, and he has single-handedly delivered them this pistol. That is what he was brought into this squad to do.
He said he doesn't care what event it is, he just wants to play. And right now, with elimination on the line, proving that as an individual. Critique can come to Falcons across this line, but right now in this Cologne run, even if they fall today, it doesn't feel like you can blame this new kid. Played his heart out. "17 years of age. His first international team, his first international LAN, his first Tier 1 event.
He's the only one to have even done damage in this game so far. Finally, Nico's going to change that. Him and m0NESY kills a piece. And a little bit more fed to KSCERATO at the close.
Safe to say for Falcons, it feels like there are no excuses in this series. It's shocking it's even gone to 3 maps, but this is a team built to win. And this is not even a match to progress to playoffs. It's just to fight for another day of play here at Cologne. Fast out long for Yakinda. Shocking entry onto a very blind Nico, but the Molotov does expire him. They go back to B. Kixon alone. Full long taken for Falcons.
I mean, Kixon's about to have the weight of the world on his shoulders here, isn't he? Everyone coming out through the tunnels. He'll hold on for the first. He gets his. But a 3-on-3. Rotate's only just starting to shuffle over for Falcons. They will be on for a retake here. So a post plant now. FURIA, time to get set up. KSCERATO's going to cross in a back plat. Molodoi floats around at the car. Falcons have been burned by this car position once in Cologne already.
3 Molotovs.
And look at that. An instant molly in. KSCERATO, fresh memories of that blitz clutch.
No way. No way.
That molly's fallen too short. KSCERATO's allowed to stay at the back of the plat, and Molodoi thins him out coming through the door. m0NESY still gives it a cursory glance, but he hasn't finished the job yet. KSCERATO! Up and down and up and over. FURIA get on the board.
Surprising to see m0NESY lose a clutch like that. He got the info immediately. He got given multiple fights, but he didn't think he was going to get repeaked. Knife out, going for the tap. KSCERATO cleans up in this B bomb site, and FURIA convert that 3v3 post plant. Oh, NiKo thought they'd won. He thought they won when he got the tag. Disaster strikes again. Molodoi scout pick mid, m0NESY dead.
That's crazy, yeah. You heard him celebrate. It looked like m0NESY also thought he'd done it.
Is that why he pulled the knife?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, dear.
And you know, we've had the fake yell to trick your opponent before, but never to wreck your own teammate.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
You don't love it. You really don't love that. Now, you could kind of forget about it here if you're Falcons. If TeSeS can just hold on to long. 2 kills makes it a third. Right as the ammo runs dry, TeSeS lives up to his part of the bargain. And now he's got to rotate. This AWP moves onto the line. And at this point in his debut, KSCERATO is showing us he can wield every gun at a high level of proficiency. It was in that Dust2 game versus the Mongols. He was second AWPing alongside m0NESY, and he actually stole m0NESY's thunder in that matchup.
Oh, m0NESY was completely gone in that game. He did nothing of note on the CT side AWP, so it wasn't much thunder to steal, but yes, without a doubt, proficient on that sniper. Crazy shot for Molodoi to pick the m0NESY AWP like that, but still Falcons control the game now as they win off the back of TeSeS' long control.
Fallen scouts out and they just go and fight it head on. That's such a ballsy peek. He waits for Fallen to fire a shot and just wide swings mid through the doors.
Yasuka says, if you guys can't win this goddamn game, I will just win this game on my own. It's Dust2, where one individual can have massive impact, and he looks for another ace. m0NESY steals it. Falcons are just happy to win a round.
Like NiKo and m0NESY, they get theirs in that round, 1 each. Just something to play catch up.
Yeah, NiKo needs to make up.
Phenom on the roster, 13-1.
NiKo's got a lot to make up for right now in this series, in this tournament, in this map. 4-1. It's fine, right? Said that about Mirage. (13-1).
I mean, something else that feels apparent here is like in some of these other games, they've tried to split the freedom a little bit, it feels like, between m0NESY, NiKo, and KSCERATO. But here on this third map, feels like he's being allowed to just play and do whatever he wants. Wherever he wants fights, he'll get to find them. Usually, he's assisting Kixan over towards this B site. But not in this round. He starts off over on Goose, anticipating an A finish from FURIA. And so trying to stay one step ahead.
m0NESY forcing the shot, finds Molodoi back turned. Blocking for the trade. Yikinda attempts it, but he pays his price with his life. 5v3 forced by m0NESY. FURIA barely survived the cross. Be pressure for yuurih, but Falcons avoid death and look to up the ante, pushing up on Cat. Catches Fallen. 5-on-2 here. And 20 seconds might be a combat saved for FURIA. If allowed. Big if. Kixan coming to kill yuurih in the tunnel. And only KSCERATO remains.
And he can hear the footsteps. He knows they're encircling him. There is that trade. NiKo out first. KSCERATO to make it happen. And seeing him level up, because, you know, I think There's no doubt that this guy has an insane depth of talent. You've seen that in all the games from the Falcons, even the ones where the more veteran pieces, the usual stars in Nico and m0NESY, went silent. But he does lack the experience. He does lack the exposure to the top level, and this is a high-pressure game. This was a comeback against them on map 2 at his first Tier 1 LAN debut in the Falcons jersey. He is manhandling FURIA, 14-1, and that started in the pistol. It's kept up ever since.
It's a one-man army.
And he's kind of playing this game like a pug right now, just getting a run around, latched on to Nico in some of these pushes, playing the trade. Finally going to start off on his half of the map here. He'll open this round up in B alongside KSCERATO.
Notice the bombs outside long. Looking like a mid to B smoke here, so perhaps Fallen bringing that back out middle. Nico in the right place, moving over to mid. Blocking at the right time as well, but I don't think that's going to stop FURIA from charging into this mid to B.
Out they come. They are going to get past Nico. They're going in to the big problem, though. KSCERATO, head on a swivel, finally bested by yuurih, who makes it out as that last drip through mid. But the bombs come back to fight yuurih.
Oh, God.
Nearly caught out at the mid-ramp, trying to exit now. It's yuurih peppering into the spawn. And somehow, another chaotic round that FURIA are able to get through. m0NESY, they might just double swing him here if they hear him making noise on that run up the mid-ramp. He's going to reroute, but low on health in this 1v2. B site, notoriously hard to retake. He's trying to do it on an AWP, and there's that double swing. Hell of a round from yuurih. That one comes from nowhere.
Yeah, the option to go back and take those fights felt like high risk at the moment, but they give fights to FURIA when Falcons aren't ready. Catching Nico out in the open after his. yuurih capitalizes very well, and FURIA win a round with pistols. Trying to push themselves back into this game. You cannot deny FURIA's longevity in this series. A third map that maybe shouldn't even be happening. They really earned that win on Mirage. They're going to fight every step to eliminate Falcons here in this decider. Flash just misses m0NESY. Angle to lower, miss shot. Ooh, dangerous punish. The second orb takes a punt at it. KSCERATO drops Molodoi, looking for a little bit more. They get closer. He finds another double. Same as last round. Can they win it this time? Doesn't appear to be the case. Falcons 1v2. Just their captain KSCERATO. He can stop the bomb cross, but that smoke fade is in the way. KSCERATO replenishes and KSCERATO gets ever closer. Has to try.
Managed to get very deep on this creep. KSCERATO will have a chance on this Goose player, but that was the only 1v1 he's going to get given. They swing him together.
FURIA are looking pumped up right now. They're looking like they're getting these rounds very, very close, but just enough to win it out. Another double kill for KSCERATO, 18-3. I mean, he is definitely doing all he can, but his team are letting him down round after round.
No, in both of these lost rounds, it still featured a multi-kill from KSCERATO.
This is even more like, this is an even bigger individual output so far than that Mongols game, where I thought, like, there's no way you can top that on a loss.
No,
somehow he
is
can.
top. He's nearly 20 kills deep. The first half isn't even done yet.
We're not even close. 4 more rounds of it.
But you know, every single time he goes for these peaks, every single time he tries to be the difference maker, it's not without risk, right? You're always exposing yourself to fights in taking them. And so when he goes 2 for 1, that should be more than enough, but it isn't for the Falcons. And you saw Nico angry in the cameras. I don't even think frustrated cuts it.
No. Another boost up. They saw that this time, so m0NESY will depart. FURIA slow staging to get this cat control, but get it they shall. Falcons want nothing to do with this position. They drop off. Orp on m0NESY, car side. KSCERATO close middle. Blocking again at the minute mark. We've got to be careful. Dodges that early shot for Molodoi. As FURIA poise up on catwalk. Looking like they want this A split. Yakinda on the late long, hoping Tessus gets pulled back, but that will require m0NESY to fall. He is in a spot of bother in a 1v4 with an AWP.
Hits the first, that's a blinder. Gets back on the line with this AWP, and now he's got support from Tessus, even baiting that shot out from Molodoi. Great awareness in this A-hold. m0NESY with 2 stellar shots. And Tessus, the forethought to go back and check that backstab. Saving the lives of those A players.
Yeah, it's also nameplate CS, isn't it, right? You realize you're 3 kills deep into that hold, and you realize your Kinder's alive. That's a long split player. You're going to know to go back and check. He's come through your smoke. It's very helpful that m0NESY hits his first 2 shots he fires to stop this play into the bomb site. On a flash, no less. And they save the double AWP again.
Break on the smoke, timing not there. Second nade, second chance, but once more, FURIA able to dodge it. So they'll get this cat control, a chance once more to roll out the red carpet into an A play.
This could work.
This time, m0NESY a little out of position, only just making his way back around now to hold on to Cat. And that's right as Nico's moving in. So they will both be on this line at the same time. Nico dead at the hands of Tech9's. FURIA starting to spill over into the site. m0NESY missing. Trying to make up for this now is Tessus. Oh my god, that's gnarly onto Molodoi. And that should be the fail-safe on this round. I don't know how Yakinda was still there. And neither did the rest of Falcons. They'll deal with him. Imposter syndrome for Yakinda.
Can't say he didn't get a little worried there, right? Nico getting caught, coming up on his rotate, m0NESY missing shots, space taken, but Tessus has bailed them out of a couple of nice rounds here. He stopped that early gun round for FURIA when he got the 3K on long, giving Falcons economy, and now he stops this eco from laying its hat in the A-bomb site. Nice round out of Tessus. Falcons building a decent half right now. 7 is fantastic on this CT side.
I mean, it's interesting, right? It's a third map for both of these teams. The stakes are the same for both of them. Elimination on the line, but you see so much frustration from characters like Nico on the side of Falcons. FURIA laughs and smiles even in these rounds they're giving away.
They're having fun. They know they shouldn't even be here in the first place. Just earning that third map is an incredible result for FURIA, but upsetting would be unbelievable.
Let's see if the power of friendship is enough.
Certainly could be.
Molodoi makes it down into the pit. He's got 3 players right there. m0NESY offered up first. Nico dead as well. That's 2 entries, and FURIA now pick up the pace.
Might just be a save, but nothing to save. They may as well go for it. They literally can buy everything in that next round. So go for the 2v5, try and inflict some damage here. Up and over the top. Kixon missing his jumps, will eventually make it, but KSCERATO is getting the damage off with that HE grenade. This AWP will not connect. Kixon, his position known. FURIA, 4 of them to stop any attempt from the Falcons. Try as they might. This one is unretakeable. No antics for this new addition anymore, as he may as well walk away. 20-3, or make it 20-4. That's a 4 for FURIA. 5 would be fine.
Nice, Raster.
20-4.
He's really decided on this double orb too. I was questioning if it was going to make another appearance, and he's gone for it again. It's a very cash-intensive buy. But in the final round of the half, Falcons still have the money to do so, and so his mind's made up.
No kit in this round. Not a... Oh, sorry. Tessus gets one, actually. Fallen attempts that opening kill. Double orb on the T side as well.
Oh, that's really rough.
You could charge that.
And there's that's the pressure of knowing, like, you have to be the difference maker in that spot.
Yeah.
He tries to come in on a fast lower tunnels flank after watching mid. KSCERATO shot in the back of the head. Yukinda following through on this mid flank. FURIA, it's looking like another one of these 7-5 halves.
Shocked Yukinda got that kill with how close he is to his monitor. But it's all rolled out on a red carpet here for FURIA to finish off the half in style. Molodoi collects, and that is it. 5 rounds on the T side of Dust2 in a series for survival here at IEM Cologne.
One more
I'm gonna molly back flat.
Guys, I'm ready to flash above window.
Yeah, wait.
Go window with him.
Flash.
Flashing. Close left, no idiot wall, I think one. Idiot wall,
Idiot also, idiot.
Oh, half HP. Yeah. No! You didn't kill. I thought you killed him.
Through thick and thin, FURIA have survived in this series all the way to the third map. Communication issues holding Falcons back, but KSCERATO certainly not the problem at 20-5. Falcons just trying to survive one more day at Cologne. Fallen has a statement pistol entry to find m0NESY out long, even blocks the smoke to make matters worse. Still lands for Falcons, they're going to cross in.
Flashes a little late here from FURIA, but the nades do huge damage. Kixan wrestling for control over the site. It's Fallen fading through these smokes and fading fast to give over this bomb plant.
Full reset. They got to go quick though. They're climbing up catwalk here. Currently no kits.
Very low on health. Kixan super wounded. Nico also hurt from those nades. Tessa's the only guy with health. He's all the way back at long to play this post plant, and so for now, these site players have to withstand the retake. All the kills come through for FURIA. Nico, too many targets on screen.
Let's fucking go!
And this team has never given up faith, never given up hope, right? They were in the hole on their map pick. They were lost in the source, 9-3 down. Mirage is the same, really difficult first half, even lost the pistol. They pulled it back on the T side to close it 13-11 with some crazy 4v5 conversions. Falcons had every advantage to 2-0 this series, and now we're really entering a world where FURIA can sneak away with a victory and eliminate Falcons at the end of Dust 2. That pistol sets them up perfectly.
KSCERATO looking for this opening kill out in middle, roams with the Deeg. But KSCERATO just wants info. They also get this spot on short. The nades have found good damage. Still, a trade of damage for that one kill is nice. There's the reaction from Fallen and Co. A flash around the corner.
Oh,
KSCERATO still probing and prodding this mid area.
that cross is so important to just stop Falcons from speeding up B. Kill or not, he just needs to have that control, or Falcons would have had an empty site. Strong position and then an upgrade onto the rifle. FURIA have their best guns in their hands, their best foot forward in what is an expensive anti-eco.
They're playing retake A right now, and so a route to a bomb plant is right there. Molodoi very, very passive over at long, just waiting for a sound cue, waiting for a bomb plant. It's Fallen, who doesn't want to sit still for too long, and starts to close the net on this A play. Now, he won't be able to stop that bomb plant. I'd like to think that still comes in regardless. Oh, never mind. It was wide on the line, and so Molodoi will get to play after all.
And that's the experience factor for Fallen. It goes quiet. There's 20 seconds left. He knows they're not going to be sitting at mid doors. He can just walk out and hit that flank timing. Beautiful play for Fallen to backstab the round to stop that bonus money. Still, it's a buy for Falcons. Still, m0NESY gets an AWP, albeit glass. But FURIA have theirs as well. This, oh my god, m0NESY doesn't even fire. He just gets cooked in middle. Double shot with the AWP. Molodoi lands both bullets.
Just what a disastrous way for the first rifle round to open. m0NESY, a very uncharacteristic death from him out in mid. Left looking lost, and Molodoi that much quicker. KSCERATO goes and takes these mid doors. But FURIA have eased back into a very standard setup here on the defense. 3 strong over towards this A site, 2 in B. Playing within the sites like this, they feel like they've already done enough to have the advantage, to have the edge in this round. And now they're just content playing their crossfires. Speaks to where the heads of FURIA are at. They feel very comfortable right now. Here's a flash to try and tee up KSCERATO on Goose. KSCERATO first into the crosshair, won't be the last. KSCERATO only getting out with 1 kill, and that's not been enough in any of these rounds for the Falcons. For them to find success, you've needed multi-kills from that player. FURIA now in the lead on map 3. And that's with KSCERATO 20-5 on the half. This is starting to amass to critical mass here. This is a colossal failure for the Falcons on map 3 if things don't change. What more could you expect from their new addition to this team? He is more than pulled his weight.
Where are the stars of the show? Where are the Nikos? Where are the Monacies? Testis has even had a couple of rounds. KSCERATO is having to do everything for this team. They are walking on broken legs. Falcons cannot find the right direction. KSCERATO picked by Molodoi. Your best piece is gone. Kicks and retrieves the M4. Falcons ready to hit this B bomb site. It's a 3-on-1 for the meantime. Nico does have a smoke for door if they want to announce this. But yuurih's ready to block and stop this B attack. Decent smoke timing. But it won't change the plan here for Falcons. They were always going to end B. Monacy, armorless Deeg. Nico given the M4 at 5 and 10. These are the rounds he has to win, but nothing in you thinks he will. Has failed to launch in this tournament. yuurih dinked, cornered, collapsed upon. KSCERATO supports from the door and they melt in the Molotov. Down to low health. Okay. Nico still gets his 2 entries. Can they win the round?
2 entries, he does it playing through a Molotov as well. The fire starter on this round in more ways than one. But the job's not done yet, and both these players wounded. KSCERATO
just got this.
Full peril, back turn to the tunnels, swings on out, takes one for his troubles. It's still not enough. Yuurih 1v2 to keep FURIA on this hot streak, this lead continuing to build.
And again, Falcons had their chances on Mirage. Think of those 4v5s, 3 or 4 rounds in a row. Yuurih died first. He was an eternal entry for Falcons. They couldn't close any of those rounds. Well, now you've left it too long. Now he's activated late with a 1v2, with a strong game, with your AWPer hitting his shots down middle. The pressure getting to Falcons. Absolutely no doubt. Minutes separate these teams from elimination. And Falcons have been here before. Disappointing inside of a group stage. It's how they ended last season. It may be how they begin a new one. At the biggest and best Counter-Strike tournament. Nico putting on his worst appearance at Cologne ever.
That's a good nade.
Doesn't get easier, does it?
I mean, the util from FURIA has been fantastic. You feel like Falcons are starting off so many of these rounds with players bullied down to half health. Monacy takes the brunt of it here. Slow creep on the mid control. Molodoi Takes a very aggressive line out through the tunnels. He's facing off against Nico, who sat down bottom of the board for the Falcons. He's at least pushed this AWP away. So no risk of falling first. Falcons grouping for what looks like a simple stripped back A hit here. Going back to basics to try and save themselves on this T side. They're going to wait with 2 smokes for the cross. Mollies for the site. FURIA have made moves in the downtime, clearing out the long portion. And Molodoy's knows exactly where to look. Nails the first 2. Molodoy can hear a third player trying to close in on him, and he's ready for that fight. Tess says, no time and no chance. Finished off. It's double digits for FURIA.
7 rounds in a row from 7-3 down. Pistol conversions, gun rounds, they've got them all. And 5 alive at the end of it. Falcons are not breaking through this bank.
And this is a FURIA squad who only recently in this year made the move to become an international force. Bringing back Yakindar, whose stock had hit record low from his prime.
Bringing in
adding in a Molodoy, someone who many folks hadn't even heard of. He immediately caught your attention in his debut tournament in his home country, and he's kept up appearances both at the major and now here in Cologne.
Again, it's those frustrating deaths that Nico gets pushed up top mid by Yakinda. The hammer again. The Latvian laser picks another. Molodoy follows up. Yakinda tucked into the boxes. You're not clearing this. Falcons, you have no idea. You don't know what you're running into. Yakinda, patience will not pay off. Tessis does come through with a clear, but this is still getting out of control. Molodoy's repositioned, ever mobile. Finds another safe shot, falls back after 1. A Molodoy that makes no mistakes on this CT side. And the Falcons with no room to breathe. 2v4. The map goes silent. 30 seconds.
And are they really just going to try and walk this up the catwalk? Tunnels has already been taken. FURIA at 3 strong in A. Kixan with the bomb on his back. Moves in and moves out. FURIA gun for the Falcons, gunning for match point.
Just an unbelievable show of resilience from FURIA in this series. Every step of the way, when you feel like they were down, when you feel like they were out, when you feel like Falcons are ready to send us into that final day of play here in the group stage, FURIA lift themselves back up. And for Falcons, they burn their final timeout. For Falcons, you say you get what you pay for. This team proves maybe that's not true. Pressure unparamounted.
The other brutal truth that you almost don't even want to take into account at this point in the game is that KSCERATO has slowed down. He's 2-6 in this second half. That's a far cry from his 20-5 beginning, and they were struggling enough winning rounds when he was 20-5 on his way to do that. He's had 2 kills since getting onto the T side. One with that Deagle out on long. But none of them anything of consequence, so it doesn't feel like KSCERATO can save them. Even when he was at his best, it still wasn't enough. And now that he's slowed down, well, this is where you look to Nico. This is where you look to m0NESY as multi-million-dollar players. As grizzled veterans and a provably high ceiling to be difference makers. And if they don't provide, Falcons are done. And this first outing with the new lineup ends in disaster.
Yeah, sour. 6 rounds on this CT side in a row for FURIA. m0NESY's had 1 kill. Nico has not even been a factor. Just those 2 B entries in a lost round. Fallen's unexpected ragtag squad piecing together a comeback all the way and a 3-man B hold. Falcons walk into the belly of the beast.
Flashes from Monacy, supposed to tee them up, but it's Yakinda on his push out through the window. Oh man, this guy just is electric. He is not missing. Yakinda leveling up on map 3.
And even when he was dying in those 4v5s and we were relying on his team to pick him up, you said it yourself, you don't want him to stop how he plays. You don't want him to get humbled. You don't want him to lose his signature style, because when he's hitting, look at what it does. Uncontainable aggression from Yakinda, pushes through the window, triple kill in middle. He's been running up top mid on CT side of Dust2. This could be it. This could be the end of Falcons in Cologne. This could be FURIA coming back from the brink of defeat.
KSCERATO opens, and it is Nico.
The wheels are
tail
off.
end of his worst Cologne performance, dead first in the Falcons' final round. There was a potential Nico versus Hunter matchup on the horizon, but we will never live to see it, because Falcons' journey is ending here in the lower bracket. FURIA coming back on Mirage, keeping themselves in this series long enough to fully wake up in time for Dust2. And an object failure from Team Falcons as their run at IEM Cologne is over. Millions of dollars put into the roster, but the worst performance from Nico at Cologne. Quiet from Monacy in crucial matches.